I saw a lot of positives. While this was the best game McDaniel has coached, in my opinion, the team is still not very good. All right, welcome back to another episode of Tranquilo Sports Talk. Honestly, I don't know which camera I'm looking at, but we are here. All right, we are here. We are coming off another loss, the Finns that lost, right? We're coming to you a few days later. We've played Thursday night primetime. We got a lot of college ball to talk as well.
Yes,
so we are here. Pooch, how are you doing? The only winner, well, really, I guess FSU won as well, but really the only winner of the weekend, because our Finns, again, another loss. We'll get into them probably first, but before that. Poochie,
man, no, I'm happy. Voice a little ronco from game day yesterday. A lot of yelling going on. It was a really good game, but man, unfortunately, the Canes are right now the saving grace of my sports hood. Thankfully I always look forward to Saturdays more than I do Sundays. But it is what it is, man. It's the tale of two stories right now with the Hurricanes and Dolphins. Yeah. But we'll see if the Hurricanes keep on the up and up and the Dolphins can turn some things around, brother.
Yeah, and listen, we're recording on a Sunday, right?
Little nightcap.
It was honestly it is the nicest Sunday I've had in 3 weeks because there's no Finns on, and I got the beating on Thursday, which listen, it was obviously we caught an L. It wasn't the beating that everyone thought it was going to be.
No, it was
we put up a hell of a fight. In my opinion, Mike McDaniel's best game of the entire, not only the season, really it's been his best game probably for a little while, even extending to last season. I thought he called a pretty perfect game, to be honest. We controlled, we controlled the game for a lot of, not controlled it because, it was kind of going back and forth, but we were doing exactly what we wanted to do, long possessions, controlling of the offense. Defense stepped up really big in that second half.
Yeah.
And then in just classic Dolphins fashion, we couldn't help ourselves but have two major mistakes.
Yeah.
And that really, at the end of the day, cost us that win. And really, if you win that game, it's such a momentum boost. And really, as bad as the first 2 weeks were, it really, I think, in my opinion, would have kind of turned things around. Not that it guarantees anything, but going to Buffalo and beating Buffalo, that's a different thing.
And on primetime.
On primetime, exactly. But we Dolphined it up, and we ended up losing, right?
Yeah.
So now we sit at 0-3 with another primetime game coming up. The NFL's probably regretting giving us so many primetime games. I don't know why we were playing so many. I think we have 5 primetime games.
Yeah, we're slated for a couple. I think we have the Monday night. I think we have a Sunday night one.
I think we have 2 Monday night games because I think we play the Steelers on Monday night as well.
I think so.
And then we have Bengals Sunday night. Then we have 2 Thursday nights: the Bills and the Ravens.
The Bengals too. Imagine that matchup.
Exactly. Yeah, that's probably going to be number one flexed out game.
Yeah. Sure.
And then we have the 9:30 Spain game. So kind of not necessarily prime time, but it's the only game at that time slot. You know what I mean? So. But the Finny Finns. Where do we begin? Well, I guess I already began, but I honestly I can't as good as there were way more goods in this game than the last 2 weeks.
Definitely something to at least look at some positive. There were some positives in this game.
Yeah,
and like you said, man, it was a competitive game. The spread we covered the spread, and people thought it was going to be a blowout. 12 points in the NFL is a blowout.
And honestly, it shouldn't even have been that close.
And
missing it.
I was watching the game on Thursday, and I really do think that we were a play away from taking control of the game. And it was that Sealer running into the kicker.
That is the play.
Because we had scored the drive before. You get him, you stop him, and you have momentum on your side. But then we get the penalty, the stupid penalty. The most avoidable penalty. Why do you draw such an aggressive
Why are we
play?
sending everybody on that block punt on the 50-yard line?
And, it was unnecessary.
We were asking for it.
It was unnecessary, and it led to the go-ahead touchdown, man. And I really do think, and then from there, it's, you're scrambling for some life. And
then from there...
Yeah, and then from
Tua
there...
couldn't help himself and throw another pick.
Tua couldn't help himself. I do think that, for the most part, I think O-line did okay, but, credit to Tua. As much as we've ranked on him, I do got to give him some credit. He used his legs. He got out of some sticky situations.
That was probably the most he's used his legs.
And that's most he's used his legs in a while. Yeah. But, it was exciting to see that part of his game, being used because I mean, in this league, you got to be able to move around.
Yeah.
And then on the last play, I mean, you had a free rusher coming to you dead straight. And, you know, it was a bad interception, but a hell of a play by that linebacker. You know, definitely
Yeah,
good, well
I mean,
prep. You know, came from middle of the field, came storming across, knew the read, knew the play. I think we ran the play the week before. But yeah, man. But I really do think that, you know, besides that interception, that blocked that kick interference was the catalyst of this game, because without that penalty, I do think we go and we score a touchdown, because
I agree.
The
momentum was on our side. The momentum was on our side.
Yeah.
And like the reason, listen, if I, you know, we laughed about like the percentage of you know, the week before. This game truly, in my opinion, is literally 80% on Sealer. Like that play alone.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll go 60% Sealer, 20% special teams coach for calling that damn play, and then the other 20% goes to Tua still. Because we'll get. I'll get into that pick, but
and I
the
think
Sealer one.
I also don't think we should let Weaver off the hook either, because I do think there were some soft coverages.
I agree, yes, but this was the best game the defense has played by far.
I mean, I still don't think we were able to dial much pressure.
No.
I think that we lost another DB in the process of everything. Luckily, Jack Jones, by the way, I think was the MVP of the game.
100%. He played really well.
He was probably the best player outside. I'll say him and our kick return team was fantastic. I think our kick return team set us up in some good.
It's so good. We got the speed
and some good positions, but I do think, especially on that last. I mean, I knew the clock was running down, but I mean, it was 2nd and 16, and the guys were like 40 yards back, and then this guy ran for like a 20-yard gain to get the first down. Like, I get it, dude. Give him some space, but like 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2, 4th and 2, like we're playing like 10 yards back.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you think is gonna happen here? So I do think there's some questionable play, and I tweeted about it. But I mean, but like you said, it all goes back to that Sealer play, because that was like the killer. That was a momentum killer, and it threw everything off.
It is, and the biggest issue with it is that it's our 3rd week in a row with a special teams blunder, right? Week 1, another roughing the punter, right? That you know, potentially could set us up in a much better spot week 1, where we can be getting the ball back down 17, but we can score, and then we get the ball back at half, so you can immediately cut it, right? Obviously, that never happens. Boom, boom. They make it 24 or 20, and it, you know, we never look back. And then last week, offsetting, right? We had a punt return, but then immediately allow a kick return. And then this week, it's another special teams blunder with Sealer, you know, taking out the punter, where we'd be getting the ball back in the 4th quarter, tie game with a chance to go win this thing, versus we get the ball back down 7, where you know, maybe you know, Tua gets a little bit more desperate at the end. You know, we still had time though, right? He didn't really have to make that throw. And that's my.
I think we should just ran the ball. We were running the ball pretty good all game.
I agree with that.
I don't know. And then we finally gave Ollie Gordon a little bit of life. And Ollie
looked good. Ollie looked good. And we found our short yardage guy now.
Yeah.
Like we have. I don't worry as much about the short yardage.
And he takes 3rd and 2s and goes for like 10-yard gains on him. He's not just like getting out the line, getting pinned right there after getting the first down. No, he's taking guys with him, you know?
Yeah.
And it just goes back to McDaniel. I'm like, dude, like it's not even a 2-minute warning yet. And you're throwing the ball.
Was it not? I thought it was like a minute 40 left.
I don't even know if we had reached a 2-minute warning at that point. And it was just so weird that we ran a pass there. I think it was a 1st and 10 play, right?
It was 1st and 10, and I get what you're saying, but it's still like, let's not beat around the bush. It was still a bad pick. Yeah. Like a great play by the defender, but still, you know, it's just the timing, man. It's the timing is everything. Again, back-to-back weeks, end of game interceptions that pretty much cost the Finns. Yeah. Any chance at it, right? It's not in this game. We're not going for the win. We're going for the tie there. But honestly, we probably could have, because we probably would have gone for 2, depending on how fast we scored.
At this point in the season, I would have gone for 2. Why not? Yeah. Just go for the win.
Yeah. I agree. Especially like on the road. But obviously we don't get that opportunity, because he does throw the pick. And so it's just like, I'm not as mad, right? We had a full rant last week. I'm not as mad as I was. I'm just at this point just broke. Like, I was actually broken in the sense of like, it wasn't even the worst game. Like, we played our hearts out and we played it's the best game of the
And
season.
it's a common theme. We always play really well in Buffalo. It's always a close game that comes.
Yes, sometimes.
The last
Not
couple
always,
of years,
but yes.
I mean, the snow game, it was
Yes,
a
we did.
PI away.
Yes.
The year after,
That
if it
was
wasn't for the Jordan
Poyer.
Poyer,
That was last year.
That was last year, and then the
Poyer
year
one
before.
was ridiculous. The one before was the snow game. Yeah.
And then the snow game was Xavier Howard PI on the opposite side, and then Tyler Bass went in and kicked the game-winning field goal. And then last year
was the Poyer one.
Was the Poyer one? Wasn't a snow game. It was early in the year because they don't want Buffalo playing in the sun down in Miami.
Yeah, they swapped.
So they swapped it. But it was another game that it came down to a blunder on our end, and I tweeted this out. I'm like, they're shooting yourselves in the foot, and then what the Miami Dolphins do.
We do it every time.
Because, dude, we just take ourselves out of these games, and man, dude, we can't get over the hump, dude. And bro, Buffalo owns us.
They do.
They own us.
And the worst part about it is that they like Josh didn't have like any crazy game either.
No, at all.
Like
we gave him.
He played a great game in the sense of like no turnovers. He controlled the game, but it wasn't like a big it wasn't the week before or week one where he's going for 400 yards and like 5 touchdowns.
And we didn't really challenge him. He didn't even have to use his legs that much.
No,
I think when he took off for like maybe one run, I think. I definitely
James Cook continues the ball.
James Cook
that team's good. That O-line's good, man. That team,
and we just gave him so many opportunities, just like downfield, 20 yards open, wide open. Yeah. And like another guy I want to like kind of call out that we're here is like Tyreek. You gotta catch that, dude. Go catch that.
I agree.
Football.
Yes. Yeah. Tyreek still Tyreek. Like honestly, what I'll say about Tyreek, and it kind of piggybacks on what you're saying. It's kind of because I agree with you. He absolutely should have caught the ball, and he even said it himself. Yeah. He's like, if that hits my hands, like I would be coming down with that 9 out of 10 times. Like I should be coming down with that. But the fact that he's taken accountability and the fact that he is like, obviously everyone knows what happened with him at the end of the season. He wanted to get traded. He wanted to get out of here. He's like sick of not making. He didn't want to. He was pissed he didn't make the playoffs. And then, but all he's done this year is like really want to be a leader. He's taking accountability. He's trying his best to will his team. And honestly, we're letting him down because like. From the pregame, he was so hyped and trying to get everybody hyped. And to be honest with you, like I didn't see Tua doing shit. I didn't see like he just looked he didn't. It's Reek that like Reek is trying his hardest. So I am not gonna. Yes, he should have caught that. I agree. But Reek is doing so much out there that I'm honestly impressed by Reek because he could have absolutely just given up already. And as of right now, he has not given up. He is still fighting. Yeah. And so fucking shout out Reek. We're definitely trading him in 2 weeks. But yeah, that's that. Yeah.
It's gonna be a long climb to the end. I mean, I think there's a stat that came out. I think over 100 teams. I forgot the stat, but I think it was like 100 teams started 0-3 and only 8 have made the playoffs.
Dude, I think
in that same span of those 100 teams.
I thought the set that I thought I saw was only like one team.
One team? No, I mean.
0-3 is a tough hill to climb.
It's a tough hill to climb, but I mean, dude, it's not impossible. I mean, there's 17 games in the season.
Yeah, I mean, technically it's not impossible.
I mean,
there's
been years where we start 1-7 and then turn it around and end up with 10 wins, almost making it, being in the fringe, but then we're back to where we were. Yeah. And it just keeps the shelf life alive for McDaniel.
I know, but the thing for me is that while I saw a lot of positives, while this was the best game McDaniel has coached, in my opinion, the team is still not very good, right? The defense specifically is terrible. And as good as they played for a bit in that second half, really they're still not very good, right? And so there's nobody on the schedule that I say, yes, we should absolutely beat that team.
Not at this point, no.
Not a single one. So, that it makes every game kind of a coin flip, I guess. Even dude, we're playing the 0-3 Jets Monday Night Football at home, and I'm still not confident.
Well, no, not 0-3 anymore.
Yeah, they lost today.
I thought they beat the Bucs.
No, dude, Baker let another comeback.
No.
Baker is that guy.
Baker Mayfield, dude. What a story
He's that guy. Shout out Baker Mayfield, dude. Baker Mayfield.
Yeah, I already haven't been following football today. I just wanted.
That's all I've done.
I'm only running high on the UM victory. I didn't even focus too much. I'm just looking at my fantasy teams and say that's the only way I'm following what's going on in this league. Also, damn, Baker did it again.
They did. So the Jets blocked the field goal to go up.
Yeah, I thought that ended the game.
No, and then Baker, they had like a minute 30 left.
I'm confusing with the Philly game.
The Philly game, yeah.
The Philly game was the one. It was a blocked field goal. That they cribbed it.
And they cribbed it and covered the spread.
They covered the spread and beat them. What a letdown because the Rams had a good lead.
Dude, yeah. I think the Rams are very good. From what I've seen in the NFL, I truly think, I'd be shocked if these 5 teams don't win, right? The Ravens, the Bills, the Eagles, the Rams, probably the Packers. Those are, in my opinion, those are the
Packers
five.
lost today.
And the Packers lost today. I still think they're very good though.
It's a weird year so far, I think.
Yeah, I mean, look, like teams like the Broncos 1-2, and the Chargers 3-0, Broncos 1-2, Chiefs 0-2, right? They're playing right now. I mean, Eagles 3-0, even though they could very easily be 1-2, to be honest. Yeah, it's just a bunch of like weird. I mean, the AFC East we're 0-3, the Jets are 0-3, the Pats are 1-2. Yeah,
I'm at a point right now where it's like
I'm at a hate watching.
You're in hate watching now.
That's all I do.
I'm at a point now. It's like I don't go in with any expectations. So I'm like, even if we start winning, miraculously figure something out, I'll be like, until we're over the 500 mark, then I'll be like, okay, I'll sit back up in my chair a little bit.
That's where
like,
I get in trouble.
If we can't get over, like, if we just kind of even things up with some time to spare to maybe gather a couple more wins to get ourselves back into a conversation, I'm gonna be laying back on a Sunday and just kind of skim through the games, like maybe just tune in. Like,
the thing is that I wish I could. Yeah. I tell myself that. I'm like, I just want to, sit back, and all of a sudden,
you know how
kickoff comes, and I feel it in my bones. I'm like,
you feel it on the tip of your fingers.
No. I'm back. Like, I can't help myself. Like, if we win 2 in a row, it's over. I'm going back to the Super Bowl. Like, it's like I have a sickness, I have a disease, and I can't do it. But for now, I'm on full hater watch.
It's passion. We're passionate about the team, man. And we finally want to see something, man. We finally want to see something. I wish I can just, and Maddie, you can just, set your game.
Advance a couple weeks. I would love to do that.
To just like play key moments. Like, I just wish I could do the key moments and be like, oh, okay, we're tied with the Bills. Okay, let me see what's up here. Damn. Oh, fuck, Sealer blocked it. Okay, we'll sim to the end.
I know.
Sealer fucked it up. So sim to the end. No, it's crazy, dude.
I feel you, bro. And the thing is, and for me, like, outside of the Finns, like, when I'm watching these games, like, I've become just a generational hater. Like, I am watching just to watch the teams I don't want to lose.
Yeah.
I'm not rooting for anybody except my enemies to lose.
I'm not even doing that. I just want to see my fantasy team wins at this point. I'm just rooting for the players of my fantasy team.
Exactly.
So I have Justin Herbert in one of my leagues. I'm like, there we go, Bubba. There we go.
Herbert's cooking, bro.
Herbert's been cooking. Looks really good right now. Good for him, dude.
Yeah.
And then the Colts, bro.
Colts 3-0. Colts 3-0.
Freaking Colts.
By the way, who's Luke the Duke. I know you're going to watch this.
Oh, that was bad.
The 0-3 Texans, man. They lost again today, the Jags.
They lost the Jags.
They're terrible. Texans are terrible. CJ Stroud might be a bust.
And the Cowboys lost to the other Lou in the chat.
Oh, thank you for bringing that up, Coachy. Yes, the Cowboys, not only did they lose.
They got embarrassed.
They got dog-walked by the Chicago Bears.
And I think they lost CD for a little bit now.
Yeah, CD's probably out a couple weeks. But, yeah, man, I mean, the Cowboys have a run for our money of being the worst defense in the league. It's probably between us or the Cowboys. They're Swiss cheese. I mean, we could score on them.
Yeah.
We can probably score on the Finns too, to be honest. Dude, yeah. Are you kidding me? Put me at tight end. I would score 40 on the Cowboys. That team's so bad. I mean, so bad.
Yeah. Honestly, this is gonna be a tough week for me because I don't have any games this Saturday, so I'm just forced to at least.
Well, we don't even have Finns on Sunday because we're Monday night.
And we have Finns on Monday, so at least Monday I can just kick right off into FSU week.
Yeah.
So at least that'll be cool. But it's gonna be a chill weekend for me. It's gonna be able to get my voice back. Yeah. This little cold that I got from sitting in the rain all day. It's freaking tropical storm we always plan. Dude, the last 3 games have been tropical storms.
I mean, FIU's been delayed 3 of the 4 games, and then Miami, same thing.
Yeah, luckily the game didn't get delayed, but it was just like I'm lucky enough that I was sitting in 300s, but like you can see, my little sister was in the 100s, and I mean, it was just like a constant rain.
How'd you get there and you're in the 300s, bro?
She got season tickets. You don't have season
tickets?
I like the 300s, dude.
Yeah, but why don't you have season tickets? Even though they're in the 300s.
Dude, because like it's tough to go to every game, dude. It really is tough to go to every game. I would love to, but to tie yourself down to every single game it's a tough commitment every single Saturday. And I mean, for the most part, like now we're just going another stretch of like a couple away games.
They don't play. They don't even play for. Does Miami have 1 game in the next 20 days, something like that? I'm like pretty sure it's like
we play against the Seminoles on October 4th, so we have a bye week this week. And I believe we play.
I think you have a bye week after FSU as
We have a
well.
bye week after FSU too.
FIU is the weirdest thing too.
I have
Same
to
thing
look.
and by the way, same thing with FSU. I think something like that. FIU, have our bye week this week. We play UConn the week after, and we have another bye. But then COSA-Tober starts, so we start playing during the week.
Yeah, because I think FSU is the kickoff for our ACC schedule. We
Like,
already
I'm
got
pretty
our-
sure like
our
something
conference.
like it's similar because I've been seeing it that you guys like only play one game in 20
I saw.
days,
So I have to look into it. I didn't
which is
know.
just wild. Like, but I've been seeing that a lot. Like, I mean, it's already seen. I've seen like 3 or 4 teams that have that. So the double bye,
Yeah.
3 weeks where it's bye.
Yeah, which is weird because
Kind
I
of a
do.
waste.
I saw we play Stanford and we play Louisville because that's the other game I have circled on my calendar, which is October 17th. So I'm like, there wouldn't be a bye between
Well, that's a think about it. So
October 4th and then the following week, and then the 17th will be the following week after that. I don't think there'll be a bye week.
Yep, you got it ready. So bye FSU bye, and then Louisville,
Oh, that
and
kind
then
of sucks.
and then no buys the rest of the way.
And then we just go straight into ACC and go hammering our way through the ACC all the way to the end,
yeah.
through ACC championship into the playoffs. No, I think that was something someone talked about earlier, that the ACC scheduling has been very weird.
Yeah,
FSU had an early bye week too,
FSU and I think FSU has a bye week after Miami as well,
which is weird.
which they
But I guess-
no, they don't. Their
Yeah,
bye
I
week's
mean, with
later.
that, let's just get into college football. I think we gave
Yes.
the Fins enough talk.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm past the Fins.
I'll let you kick it off.
Yes.
I'll let you kick it off. I mean, unfortunately, a heartbreaker.
A bad
in
loss.
Temple.
An absolute. We'll start with FIU. Absolute shootable hangover. It's just the team, and it sucks because one, like, and FIU's been doing this for a while in the sense of like we refuse to capture momentum. Like we just refuse to. We win the first Shula Bowl we've won in 9 years, and you can take that and start conference play on the right foot heading into a bye week. We didn't do that. We lost to Delaware, and honestly, they really kind of beat our ass. Like we were, honestly, in the beginning of the game, we were dominating.
It was what, 38-16 final score?
38-16, yeah. The first possession, we held them to 3. We drive down all the way, easy. Like, oh, I'm like, oh, they're not gonna be able to stop us all day. Throw a pick in the end zone. I'm like, oh no. But we get the ball back, 3 and out, score again. We score immediately. I'm like, oh, okay. They're not gonna be able to stop us all day. We couldn't score again for like the longest time. Dude,
stagnant.
It went stagnant. We had 2 turnovers. They had a punt return touchdown. So like it was like from the matter of minutes, it was turnover, score, stop, punt return, score. They scored 21 points in probably maybe 6 minutes.
All in the third quarter?
Second quarter.
Oh, it just went downhill.
And it just went down. I mean, we went to halftime 24-7. And mind you, 24-7, they had the ball with 30 seconds left.
College football, it's not the craziest.
It's not, and it would have been easier because we get the ball back to start the second half. Like 30 seconds left in the game, we pick them off, and we have a walk-in pick 6, and our guy trips. Great play by the defender. I forgot who it was, but he trips. It would have gone in 24-14, but he trips. We still have the chance, by the way, to score.
How close did he get? What yard was he at?
The 30-yard line. So we have 30 yards. We have like 45 seconds to get 30 yards, or at least get 3.
There's no timeouts left.
We had 2 timeouts.
Oh my God, great.
We got 0 points.
Did you miss a field goal, or you just didn't get a?
We did miss the field goal, but because we used our timeout, our last timeout, we had like 8. I think no, we had like 11 seconds left. Keon gets sacked, so we have to run out the field goal unit, and it's a rush job against the wind, and the kid missed it.
Bad, or was it just shanked it, or was
no? It was short. It was like a 40-something yarder. Left it short, but dude, he was like literally like sprinting to get on the field, set up and kick it, and it was actually a pretty heavy wind at the cage. So, but then the second half we start off with the ball, we drive down, get 3, and then our defense just
imploded.
Dude, our defense made Penn State's offense like honestly I Delaware should be able to put up 70 on Penn State for the way that our defense played against them and versus it was crazy. And we were missing some guys. That Brian Blaze didn't play, and we were down a couple guys, but like inexcusable in my opinion. It was a really bad loss, but I've seen. Listen, we're 2-2 heading into a bye week. Get right at the bye week, beat UConn, and everything kind of goes back. And also like listen, like it's Willie's first year. I think 6 is the number we have to get to. I think 6 would be incredible, be able to go back bowling. Based on the start of the season, I really thought that we can get like legit maybe 9, and that's not out of the picture, by the way. That we can still get it.
Because now you said
But
500?
2-2. Yeah. So like it's not me saying, oh my god, this game really, and it's not even close to over. We have plenty of football left. It was just disappointing in the sense of like picking up from the momentum of like we dominate week 1. We honestly played better against Penn State than most people thought we were going to. Then we win the Shula Bowl. You're like, oh my god, these guys are like, boom, they're rolling. And then just lay a dud against Delaware in their first in our it's actually the first Conference USA game of the season, and it was just like it was bad. So, but again, it's I think it's more let's see now it's see how Willie and the staff can get the guys back up and ready for UConn. So, so I'm on a bye week as well. So that's gonna be nice. Kind of going to a Colorado wedding this weekend. I don't have to worry about football.
Hey.
I don't even have the Fins on Sunday. I got no FIU on Saturday. I don't even have to worry about your team on Saturday.
It's a stress-free weekend.
I have nothing.
It's a stress-free
I do get to watch Penn State, Oregon, though. It's going to be sick.
That's going to be a fun game. That should be a fun game.
We will. Let's jump to Miami because today they are now the number 2 team in the nation.
Yeah.
So touch a little bit about the game, but I want to hear more of the state of the U right now, where you think the sky's the limit for this team, and what are your thoughts on the 2 spot?
I mean, you heard me, and I was texting in the chat during the game, and I mean, the game itself, I believe, was a little bit closer, it was closer than what the stats show. I believe that we were in dominance the whole time, and I mean, the first thing I have to do is Corey Heatherman is a madman. I mean, our defense is legit. Our defensive front might be the best unit in all of college football. And Ruben Bain's might be the best player in college football.
He might be. I saw somebody starting a Ruben Bain Heisman ticket.
Dude, look.
He's a stud.
I know the Heisman is not a defensive award, but
it should be open. I mean, technically, a cornerback won it last year.
That's true. Technically, a hybrid corner.
Yeah. You gotta get Ruben Bain as a tight end. Just to
just get a couple of the snaps. Listen, man. Florida. We really think about Florida State. Jesus.
Yeah.
Florida.
All eyes on Florida State now.
Florida had a very good offensive line going into this game. I believe they're a top 5 almost, number 6 offensive line.
The one thing I'll say about the Gators, that defense, they came to play.
And I'm definitely going to get into that. And like I said, there is a glimmer of light in Florida because of that defense.
They're screwed because first off, I think Lagway is terrible.
Yeah,
I think Billy is terrible.
Yeah,
and their schedule is too impossible.
And it's tough. And
they'll win some. They're gonna upset somebody.
No, someone's gonna get the upset.
Their season is pretty much over.
Honestly, but like going back to our defense, I mean, Ruben Bain is the most dominant player in college football. I think that teams now have to prep, and it's so sad because it takes away from what the rest of the defensive line is doing. I mean, our opposite end, Akeem Mesidor, I believe is tied for 4th for pressures in all of college football. I believe we had 19 pressures against Florida. We had a couple sacks because, Larry was getting away, and they weren't really throwing him much. They kept the ball out of his hand for the most part. Got a couple runs, but I mean, if you take out away UF's touchdown drive, they only had 61 yards of offense.
No, it's
at one point in the second quarter, I looked up and I was sitting. I had a friend that was a UF fan, and I'm in the 300. I had the scoreboard right there. I look over, I'm like 25 total yards. It was like almost at the end of the second. I'm like, like they only have 25 yards. I think at one point they only had.
It was crazy.
Before the touchdown drive, they have -1 yards of rushing, and I do believe that at this point, UM's defense has silenced and been like, okay, these guys are legit. 100%. These guys are legit. And they are just probably the best defense, and they house probably the best unit in college football. So honestly, in this game, it felt like Mario was playing conservative ball. And I told you before the pod, it feels like we have PTSD from Syracuse last year because we were up 3 scores.
PTSD from a multitude of games.
A multitude of games, but that Syracuse game, blew it up.
Yeah.
It ended our season, basically. because it took away our chance of the ACC championship, maybe sneaking in a win, getting into the playoffs. It killed us. We were up 3 scores in that game. Here, first drive we go out there, we score. Boom. And I'm like, oh my God, get out of here. And you texted me. I jinxed it.
You did jinx the hell out of it. The first drive. You guys score on Florida. You're like, oh my God, best defense in the country. And then they were locked down for a majority of the rest of the game.
They got locked down. And you can call it for a multitude of things. Maybe the weather was bad. I mean, I'm at 300, so I can't really see the rain, but it was raining. It's not throwing conditions. But we kicked it to old school football, and that was 100%. Proven with 184 yards of rushing. And reality is they took away a touchdown, which I'm not gonna harp on it because we won the game. But
can you imagine?
ACC,
get
those guys and fire them, bro, because there's no chance. There's not a single person in the United States that watches football and says, no, he was. The guy never stopped moving forward.
Well, that was the issue. The issue was that the issue was because if they would have called him down, they could have reviewed it.
They didn't see him.
They thought that he was in the pile, so they just called it.
They lost him in the swarm of 6-7 monsters on our O-line.
Exactly. Yeah.
Which our O-line too.
But even then, what I didn't understand with it was because even with that, like the line was still moving forward. So like, why are they blowing it anyway?
Yeah.
Because as long as it's technically, if the line's moving forward, you can't blow it unless there's like a standstill.
The play's progressing.
Right? Yeah, if there's even a little stoppage, they'll blow it. Yeah. Like it didn't seem like anybody stopped.
And it's ironic because UM is known for our running back gets a little bit of coverage, and our O linemen come and we push them for an extra 5 or 6 yards. So I mean, and then that score would have put us up. What would it have been? 20-0?
It would have been
20-0.
20-0.
And then you're sitting pretty. Then you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Now we can play conservative. Yeah. But I do think there's times where Mario just didn't like your defense is not stopping them. Or like they can't get a yard. Dude. Your defense is stopping them. They can't do anything. Dude, you're at your 50 on 4th and 5. Go for it. Go for the kill shot. That's what we're missing. We need to go for the kill shot. It's not his game,
but listen, he's playing his game and it's working right now.
It's working right now.
It's working until it's not, right?
It's working until it's not. But like when we play these better teams and maybe they're not scoring too much, but they're kind of moving the ball, they're getting a couple turnovers. Like you need to go in for the kill. After you get the kill shot, after you go up 3 scores, late in the third, then you pull back the gas.
Yeah.
Right? But if you're in the second quarter and there's still so much time left on the clock, dude, go and keep on taking shots. Maybe not go, 50-yard bombs and double coverage.
Of course, yeah.
Dude, short to medium, get a couple outside runs.
Keep it going,
dude. Keep on driving the ball. And it was obvious that we let off the gas.
Yeah.
It was obvious that we let off the gas.
Well, also Carson Beck didn't play his best game.
No, and he didn't.
But again,
luckily,
a lot of it conditions, and he didn't need to be, right? You guys were in the lead for pretty much the entire game.
And, sometimes, and I think I heard I forgot who said this, but they're like, elite teams can make up for a bad day on the opposite side of the ball.
Yeah.
So if our offense, right, we scored 26 points at the end of it, reality is you should win a game scoring 26 points. And the way our defense, I mean, maybe not in college, but like
college
if you look
is different, but yeah.
College is different, but like, if you could put it into NFL standards, you're scoring 26 points. You should win a football game scoring 26 points. But regardless, listen, I just wanted to get out of Dodge.
And you did.
When they scored the touchdown, they got the pick, and I was like, "Oh shit! Oh my god!" I got a little diarrhea. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm like, "Oh my god!" This is a tremendo momentum boost. But then our defense comes out, fucking decides to like, "Hey, Tranquilo, we got this," and the defense decided, "Hey, we're gonna win us this freaking game," and they did. No. And then we came back out a little bit of piss, and then Mario was like, "All right, you know what? Let's just take the will out of them." And we just ran it.
Yeah.
Carson Beck didn't have to throw. He just ran it down, and we ran it down their throats the rest of the game. And we ended up getting 2 more touchdowns out of it. So, I mean, listen, that's a style of play. Like, I've already come to terms that we're not going to be scoring 50 points like we did last year. Because you don't have to score 50 points a game.
Yeah, because your defense
I wanted us. And, like the going into this year, I'm like, I don't have to rely on us having to score 50 points to win a football game. You go out there, score 30. Your defense gives up 14. Dude, you're winning football games.
Yeah.
And you're winning convincingly. A 2-score win is a convincing win.
Yeah.
And now you get to ACC
they
games.
jumped up the polls.
They jumped up the polls because, granted, and we always say, rivalry games, you have to throw out the rankings because they're going to play tough. And damn, credit to the Gators, man. That defense came and they tried to give their team, and they did it against LSU.
And by the way, they still had a shot in this game. Like there was a point in the third quarter where I actually thought that UM was going to blow this game.
And after the pick, I thought I had the feelings. I'm like, oh my god, this is last year again. But then the defense came out, and I'm like, oh wait, we actually have a good defense this year. Thank the Lord.
Yeah.
And then unfortunately, man, I mean, once the Gators got a couple runs off, we decided to tighten up the run blocking or the run protection, and we stonewalled them, and we took care of it from the rest. But listen, you win a rivalry game, you get an SEC win, right? That's what everyone says. Look, the ACC can't beat that. We got an SEC win. Florida's still Florida. You know, maybe they're not this year, but everyone sees that defense. They're like, man, they're just missing one piece on offense, whether it's a coach, whether it's personnel.
A coach and a quarterback,
whatever it may be, but that defense is good, and unfortunately, man, it's you know, they're going to be in a lot of games, but they're not going to be able to pull out because their offense is just not going to be able to do anything for them.
100%.
And you know, right now I'm looking at it. We're number 2 in the country. I think well deservingly. We have an amazing resume of wins so far.
I'm
2
shocked.
ranked wins.
I will say I'm shocked that they jumped LSU. I'm not shocked that they jumped Penn State.
I don't think LSU is as good as people think, man.
I
don't think LSU is as good as people think. I don't believe LSU played a game this week. They had a bye.
They did. No, they played.
Who they play?
They played some.
And you know what it is too.
But they played. Yeah, they played just as like close. I mean, it was almost the same score.
You know what might have jumped it, Dave? You know what it might be the catalyst there?
Of how bad Clemson is? Yeah.
How bad Clemson is.
Yeah, honestly, that is actually probably it is.
That might be what it is.
LSU's biggest win is against one of the biggest frauds in college football.
And it was a tight game.
Crazy.
It was a tight game.
And it was a tight game.
It wasn't a blowout.
And think about the Florida game. I mean, this guy threw 4 picks and still 10. I mean, they won by 10, but yeah.
They won by 10 because it's a pick 6.
I'm with you. I guess it's not a shock anymore. Because that's right. Because the Clemson game.
Well, remember.
Frauds, dude.
LSU only scored 13 points in that game. Against Florida.
No, 20. It was 20 to 10.
Yeah, because they had a pick 6.
That is true.
They only scored 13 points on offense.
That is true. And then they beat some.
And like I said, watching the game and you see what we did, 184 yards of rushing. If you have 184 yards on the ground and you're leading by a head, you have to win the football game.
Yeah.
There's no team that can run for 184 yards and you're ahead most of the time that you're going to lose.
Yeah.
Because you're running out the clock, you're taking the life out of them. And like I said, we held them to 61 yards of offense outside of one drive. I think they got past the 50, one drive. So you look at that, and then a lot of times LSU played UF, they had red zone interceptions. Like they were able to cross the 50. They couldn't get past the 50 with us.
No.
So I mean, you look at those.
This team's very different.
It's very different.
This team's very different from what I've seen unbiasedly. It's like you've been saying. The defense is legit. And then it's again the offense is grounded pound. You don't need Cam Ward to make these magical plays. You don't need Cam Ward to be Superman. You've got Carson Beck, who's still playing good, right? He didn't play. This was probably definitely his worst game, but it's not like he was terrible. Like you know what I mean?
No, he still made some plays. There was a couple drops.
Dude,
there's a couple drops there, but I think that trenches wise, if you only had to grade a team's like in the rankings, you only had to grade off trenches. UM is the best team in the country, trenches wise.
Yeah,
we
probably.
Cumulatively between our defensive line and our offensive line, we have the best trench work in the country. There's no one. And I think some guy on the PFF, right, the guy that we go to for like scouting grades and stuff, they're like, you look around the college, like, I don't think there's anyone that's going to go and take care of this, who's going to be able to stop. They say that this UM defensive line is as close to unstoppable as you're going to get.
I agree. Because the biggest test, that FSU game, bro.
It's going to be the FSU game, and I think it's because they're going to have to mix it up. Yeah. Because I think if you try to run a power run game against us, it's not going to work.
I'm more. Oh, you're saying that FSU's going to have to change it up.
I think in the sense of like you're not going to be able to just go up the middle.
I'm very curious how that game's going to be because Tommy Castellanos is first off if he's fully good to go.
Yeah.
Then I'm excited to see that game because first I'm sitting on a Tommy Castellanos Heisman ticket.
Yeah.
That this game is going to decide his fate.
Well, like I'll say this about the FSU, right? Like obviously. The hype they're getting is deservingly, right?
Yeah.
They're kicking teams' asses.
Yeah.
But my friend told me this joke that his uncle said. He's like, they're beating teams that have directions in their names. So like East Texas, West Texas, East Northern.
And
they beat Kent State, right? They had 2 fluff games. Now they play Virginia.
It's the Bama game is what. It's not only the Bama game because obviously Bama's now 2-1, whatever. It's how much they beat Bama by, right?
And
that's what they're holding on to, and the fact that they've I mean they're beating the shit out of these other.
And we're gonna find out about how good Bama because Bama had fluff games now too.
100%, yeah.
Now they play Georgia, so if Georgia goes in there and steamrolls them, like Bama's not that good either.
Yeah.
And that's been the talk of college football. Is like, man, we've been wrong about a lot of these teams.
A lot of them. I mean, dude, a bunch of people had Clemson winning the entire thing.
Dude, Why is Texas still a top 10 team?
Dude, Texas.
Why is when I saw Archie stand over this guy
stinks,
and ESPN has the nerve to say what an aura play. I'm like, you're playing Sammy Houston, bro.
Hey, first off, we don't disrespect the CUSA here, all right? But I agree with you.
Like, dude,
what a douchebag.
Bro, who do you think you are, bro?
Oh my God, I've fully turned. And by the way, I do like Arch, kind of. I've turned on Arch. I am now. I am gonna have to turn on Arch because you don't do that to the CUSA and think you're gonna get away with it.
Dog, like,
we do not let that shit fly. All right.
By the way,
this is my message to you, Arch. You do not mess with the CUSA. All right. We are coming for you. Get ready for us.
Listen, dude. Like, that's a Indiana deserves to be a top 10 team more than freaking Texas.
Dude, Indiana Mendoza.
Shout out Fern Mendoza,
dude.
Freaking. Yes. The guy's about to punch his ticket to be the #1 quarterback in the class.
Dude, that's a Heisman ticket. That would be a nice
60 to 10 against the number 9 team in the country. Get out of here, dude.
Yeah.
You're gonna tell me Texas is a top 10 team?
No, they're not, dude. They're not.
They just beat number 9 by 50. What was it? 51 points? 52
they scored
points?
60 on them.
They put 63 on the number 9 team in the country. You're gonna say, hey, Texas beating Sam Houston? Let's freaking go, man. That's my team.
No.
Get out of here, dude.
Get out of here.
Thank God they gave us a little bit of respect, right?
Yeah, I am actually shocked. I'm not shocked in the sense that they absolutely deserved it. That Miami deserves to be the #2 team in the nation. No doubt in my mind. I am still shocked that they gave it to them, if that makes sense.
I think it's because, and I think a lot of people are shocked, is because I'm already come to terms and and it's the way football should be played. We're not a flashy team. No. We're going to suck the life out of you and we're going to push you back.
You're going to suck the life out of people?
You know what I mean. You sicko. We're going to take the life out of you.
If you heard it first, Miami's going to suck you off.
No, listen. We're going to take the life out of you, and we're going to, you know what, maybe you might have us in a close game, but you're not going to be able to go 4 quarters against these two defensive fronts.
It's the thing. It's Mario at the end of the game.
And he's okay with that.
That's good. You know, I know. That's what I'm saying.
And reality is,
he's building Miami as an NFL team's dream.
And that's why these guys are going to be NFL ready because they're playing NFL system.
I mean, they're taking the Eagles. They're basically taking the Eagles playbook.
Dude, what team in the NFL
building the trenches, dude?
What NFL team doesn't look at the way Miami's running? Like, bro, these offensive linemen know how to play NFL football.
Oh, no. Those guys are going to be a bunch of
We're
guys
playing NFL football in college.
Yeah.
And that's okay. It doesn't have to be flashy. I don't need us to score. Yeah. Is it great for us, for the fans? Oh, look at this. We blew out Florida. But, dude, we physically dominated them on both ends for 4 quarters. They made it interesting. But on paper, it wasn't interesting at all. We had their number the whole time. Yeah. We gave them 1 drive of offense because they decided to go a little bit outside, and that's fine. We'll give you 1. Yeah. But the other 10 drives, I don't think they converted a 3rd down all game.
They didn't. 0-13 or 0-14.
0-14, 61 yards.
Crazy.
Of off. DJ Lagway didn't do nothing. He couldn't throw the ball. Poor kid was running for his life. Yeah. Ruben Bain was in the pocket. I think we combined for 19 pressures the whole game. And without blitzing. We blitzed 1 guy. We got a sack. We're at a point that we don't have to blitz. We don't have to blitz. Send 4 guys and we're going to get there. 19 pressures sending 4 guys. So, I mean, right now, we got to go back. I like the bye week because there's mistakes. There's mistakes. And I think even being number 2, I think even the guys know there's mistakes. And you look at the way Carson Beck, he was the first to say, we have a lot to work on. We're still getting false starts. I think we had a lot of false starts this game. We had a lot of false starts, and some of them went from a 3rd and 1 where it's like, hey, we got Mark Fletcher back here, 225. Hey, boys, get ready. Yeah. And the thing is that everyone knows, but then you go to 3rd and 6, like, oh shit, maybe we're not gonna get this. Yeah. Because Florida's defense, like we said, very good.
Very good.
Very impressive. But we got out of there with, a 2-score, 3-score. Yeah, it was a 3-score win. Yeah, because I even said my prediction was 27-10. Yeah. It was 26-7. So I wasn't that far off from what I thought this game was going to be because I knew UF's defense. But they allowed 2 touchdowns all year. We scored 3. Yeah. We scored 3 in 1 game. And it wasn't passing, it was down their throat.
Ground and pound.
Ground and pound football. And the thing is, there's not a lot of teams that can play that kind of game.
I know.
At least for 4 quarters.
Yeah.
Because we have 6'6", 6'5", 300 across the board coming at you. And we're moving them back every single play.
My one thing, and this is gonna be the last thing, because if I keep letting you ramble, we're gonna be here for 3 hours talking Canes. All right. My last thing is I'm the reason I'm very excited for that FSU game because I'm curious to see how Miami will, like, if they have to play a shootout type, right? Because they haven't really played in one yet.
Yeah, we never had to.
Notre Dame became one at the end, but not a shootout, but like became a close game at the end because whatever they're playing.
Yeah, but we were ahead the whole time.
I would love to see this team in a shootout scenario where they maybe don't necessarily they can't rely on that grounding pound, or maybe they do. Maybe they just stick with it, right? Because that's what's working. So I'd love that to be a shootout. But yes, Canes much deserved number 2 spot. And with that, we are going to wrap this episode. No football really for us this weekend. Obviously, we got the Fins. The Fins preview will be coming out next Monday.
We got Ryder Cup.
Stay tuned for that. But yes, the big thing for us this week is going to be the Ryder Cup. The United States of America is going to take it to Europe this weekend, and we're going to talk to you about it this week. Oh, like in my head, I'm like, my mind's like short circuiting. But yes, if you made it this far, thank you for tuning in.
Guys.
Appreciate you always. Like, comment, subscribe, share everything. And yeah, see you guys in the next one.